Good morning children. I welcome you all in today's class of SST in which we are going to study a very interesting and going on topic. Means to nowadays children, I hope everywhere you might be seeing a quote or a slogan written stay home, stay safe. What does this mean? This means you to be safe from this coronavirus which is troubling the whole world. The only thing you can do is stay home, stay safe. You are getting the guidelines, use the sanitizers, wash your hands, wear the mask. Why? So that you should be safe from the coronavirus. So to be safe, to get yourself safe from this virus, we have to follow some methods. We have to use some things to be safe. So now to be safe, why do we need to be safe? So that we can we should not be affected by this coronavirus. Now, starting off, looking forward to the chapter which we are going to study today is lesson number 9, safety rules. In this chapter, children, we are going to study certain rules, certain things, certain measures that we should follow so that we should be safe in various places. How to be safe at your home, how to be safe at your school, how to be safe while you are taking a bus, how to be safe while you are outside for a party or something, how to be safe there. So all these things we are going to study in this chapter. So before studying this, let's study what is safety. As I told you children, safety means the methods and the measures for reducing risk, injury or danger. The measures or the methods which we follow so that we should not be in risk, we should not get injured, we should not be in danger. So those measures comes under safety. Okay. Now next thing I have written safety rules. Everything children, when you go to school, there are certain rules for the school. You have to come in uniform, you have to come in time, you have to come neatly, you have to follow the school rules for different purposes. So his safety also has some rules. So if we follow, one should always follow these safety rules to be safe. Okay, as I told you in the starting only, right now the government has given certain guidelines for to be followed to be safe from coronavirus. So these will come under the safety rules. Okay, that we have to wear mask, we have to use the sanitizer, we have to wash our hands after every 1 hour or 2 hours. So these are the rules that we need to be followed to get ourselves protected from this coronavirus. So what are safety rules, children? We should obey necessary rules that keep us safe. As I told you, we have to follow certain rules at certain places required by that. What is the requirement of that particular place? We have to follow the rules accordingly. Why we have to follow? So that we should be safe. And that such rules are called safety rules. Okay, now we are going to discuss about certain places. As I told you, first thing which we are going to discuss is what are the rules, what are the things that we have to be taken care to be safe at home. Let's see what we have to do when we are at home. Let's see children, what are the things that you don't have to do, or you have to be very careful while doing these things when you are at home. We will see point wise. At home, you do not, I have written in common for all this. Okay, we'll read with do not only. Do not play with matchsticks or lighter. Anything from which the fire can be there. Matchstick, lighters and all can lead things to burn. So you should be very careful. Means as you people are very small, you should not use, or especially you should not play with the matchstick or the lighter. Matchstick or the lighters. Now let's see the second point, children. Second, I have written do not play with the sharp objects. In the category of sharp objects will come your knife, fork and scissor, okay, etc. Many more things are there which have the sharp edge. So that you should always avoid at least playing with all these things, because with children you can hurt yourself also, and if you are having a younger brother or sister along with you, you can hurt them also. So it's better do not play with the sharp objects. Anything which have a pointed edge, you should avoid playing with that particular thing. Moving to the third point, children, do not take medicines on your own. In many of your houses, children, grandparents are there. Even if your parents are also taking some kind of medicine, so you should never touch their medicine. Medicines are not meant for you. If anything or any medicine is required by you, your parents are there, they will give you. But you should never ever touch the medicines, and especially don't even eat any medicine without taking the permission of your parents. Okay, be careful. Medicines are very risky for you, children. Okay, so do not take medicines on your own. Do not play outdoor games inside. Here I have written, do not play outdoor games inside. Some games like football, cricket, running, catching each other, such types of games should be played with your friend outside the house. If you will play with a ball inside your home, what can you do, children? You will hurt yourself, you will break down the things, and mother will break you. So be careful. Do not play any outdoor game inside the house. Always play outdoor games outside and indoor games inside. Inside you have many games to play, Ludo, carom boards, and many things are there. You can sit together and play. But do not play any outdoor game inside your house. Okay. Moving to the next point, children. Run down the staircase. This is a very bad habit you children are having. Always, when I know many of your parents might be saying also, come down slowly, go up slowly. But you children have a habit of running down the staircase, and especially sliding to the grills of the staircase. So this you have to avoid. Sometimes you may fall. You can get your hands or leg fractured. So be careful. Do not run on the staircase. Next point is, do not put finger in an electric socket. In the electric sockets where the plugs are being plugged, should never ever try to put your finger inside that socket. You can get an electric shock. So please avoid doing this. And if you are having a younger brother or sister along with you, it is your responsibility to take care, because their fingers are very small. Their fingers can easily go in that plug, in that socket. So you need to be very careful that they should also not do this. Okay, never put your fingers in the electric socket. Next point is, you do not use electronic gadgets without the permission of your parents. Electronic gadgets like mixer, laptops, washing machines. Nowadays, so many electronic gadgets, everything are there in our homes. Children, without the permission or without the guidance of your parents, you should never ever use this electronic gadgets. You will hurt yourself and you will damage the electronic gadget also. So it is the responsibility of the parents also that you should keep these electronic gadgets close in a cabinet, so that whenever it is required by you, you can take them out and use it. And you should keep your children away from this electronic gadgets. Okay. Now, I hope you have understood that what are the things that you don't have to do at home, or you have to do it carefully to avoid accidents, to avoid danger, to avoid injury. Okay, as I told you, safety rules. What is safety? Safety are the measures or the methods that we need to be followed to avoid the danger, to avoid the injury, to avoid the accident. So you have to be very careful in doing all these things. Either you don't do it, or if you are doing it, if you have to do something, then you need to be very careful and always do it in the guidance of your parents. Now we will study some rules that you need to be followed in the school. Now let's see. Children, when you are at home, you need to be very careful. We studied this now. Now when you are at school, you need to be much more careful, because at home you are having limited people around you. But when you are at school, when you are in your school, you have 40 to 50 students around you, at least in your class, and all rest of so many students in the school also. So here you have to follow some rules very strictly, so that you should not hurt yourself and the others. First you have to take care of yourself, then you have to take care of the others also. And if you follow these rules, you will not hurt anyone, neither yourself nor the other person. Let's see what are these rules. Now, first one, always stand in queue. Always stand in queue means where you have to stand in: while you are going for your assembly, while you are coming back during the assembly, while you are coming back from your assembly, during your recess time, when the school gets over, when you go to your library, computer, games, every time when you are taking your bus from your home, and when you are taking up the bus from the school, every time you need to be in queue. so that the proper discipline should be maintained. You should not run and go and catch bus. You should not run and go to the library. You should not run and go to the computer lab. Every time you need to be in a queue so that you should not hurt anyone. Okay, so always be in a queue. Now next point, do not jump on bench or table. The bench or the table in the school, in your class, are meant for sitting and studying, not for jumping. And many of you do this also, children. So you should always avoid this. If you follow this rule, it may happen that you are sitting on the bench, jumping from there. What will happen? You only will get hurt. You do this when the teachers are not there in the class. So what will happen to the teacher? You will hurt yourself. As I told you in the starting only, you have to follow these rules first for yourself and then for the others. Okay, so never jump from the bench or the table, because bench or the table are meant for studying, not jumping. Now let's see the third point. Do not push each other. You are having a very bad habit of doing this also. When you are playing, you are not doing it intentionally to push or to make anybody fall, but when you are playing, you are pushing each other. So by mistake also you may hurt others, and if you will hurt other in the back, they may hit you. So it's better be in a disciplined way. Do not push each other. Do not play any such kind of game. When you will be in a queue, when you will go in a queue to various places, labs or library, you will not push each other. No? But if you will not go in a queue, you will run and jump and go, then by mistake also you can push each other. So keep this thing in mind. You should never push each other. Okay. While playing also, while going anywhere, while taking your bus, anytime, you don't have to push anyone. Special care you have to give to the children who are smaller, younger than you. Okay. Now next thing, always do swimming under the supervision of a trainer. If there is a swimming pool in your school, should not just go and do swimming there. Swimming should always be done under the supervision of a trainer. Trainer, the one who will teach you how to swim. If you are playing a game also, basketball and or anything, there should be the teacher is there to instruct you how you have to play that particular game. So you should always do all these things under the supervision, under the guidance of the particular person, of the trainer. Okay, so that you could not harm yourself. Now next thing, do not fight with each other. Should never fight with your colleagues, with your younger friends, with your elder friends. You should not fight. Okay, fighting will lead to, you will harm yourself and the other person. You should never fight. This is a very important rule of the school. You should never fight with anyone. Now next point, do not carry pointed objects and run. As we discussed the thing in the home also, children, you should not play with the pointed object like scissors, fork, knife and all. In the school also, even your pen is very pointed, your pencil is very pointed. You should, when you are running, when you are playing, you should see that the pen or pencil, anything, any pointed object should not be there in your hand. It may happen that you are running, taking the thing in your hand, and by mistake it can hurt anyone. So be careful. You should not run away, run while carrying the pointed object. I hope, children, the rules are clear. These rules we used to tell you every time when you come to school. So it's good. We have a revision also, and when you will come back to school, you should follow all these rules. Okay. Now we will study the rules that are to be followed in a car or a bus. Now let's see. Now children, we will see the rules that you have, safety rules that you have to follow when you are sitting in your car with your parents, okay, or anybody else also. You need to follow these always. The first and very important thing is sit quietly on the back seat. When your father or your mother is driving the car and you're sitting at the back seat, you should sit quietly. Why, children? Because if you will not sit quietly, you may disturb the one who is driving the car, and his attention can break, his or her attention can break, and it may lead to the accident also. So be careful, children. When you are sitting quietly, sitting back, you always sit quietly. Next thing is, if you are sitting on the front seat, fasten your seat belt. Put your seat belt always whenever you sit on the first seat, because sometime a jerk can come that you can just move forward and you can got hurt on your head, on your face, anything. So it's better always be safe to put your seat belt. Okay, these were the rules which we need to be followed. So two basic rules when you are sitting in your car with your parents or any other person also. Now we will study about the rules to be followed while traveling in the bus. Okay. This rule, children, which we study first in cars, sit quietly on the. This is very important for the bus also. When you are sitting on the bus, in the bus, do not just shout and talk. If you are talking, also talk softly, because if you talk quite loudly and if you sing the song or do anything, you may disturb the driver. So it is not good. It can break the attention of the driver, and this may lead to accident also. So always sit quietly while you are sitting in the bus. Now, second thing, wait in a queue for the bus. Whenever you are taking a bus, on the bus stand, you should always form a queue. You should not anyhow jump inside the bus. Stand in a queue one by one. When you wait for your turn to come and then take the bus. Okay, stand in the queue. Do not push each other. What will happen in pushing? You will fall. Some other person will fall. So be careful. Always take the bus. You should always take the bus in a queue. Okay. Next thing, do not put your hand or arm outside the moving bus. When the bus is moving and you're sitting on the window side, do not just put your hand outside, head outside to see. Something can come from the side and it can your head or your arm can be damaged. So be careful. I think your mothers also say this. Do not put your hands or head outside the window while sitting in the car also and while sitting in the bus also. Now, do not play behind a parked vehicle. Means sometimes, children, what happen, a vehicle or a car or a bus is parked somewhere, it's standing, it's not moving from some time, it is standing, but suddenly they can somebody can come and make it move, take a reverse gear. Means that particular person may not be knowing that you are standing there or you are playing there. You should always avoid playing near the big vehicles, because if they put a reverse gear or suddenly they start moving, then they can hurt you. So very careful. We should always avoid playing besides the parked vehicles. Okay, I hope you understood the rules that you have to follow while you are traveling by your car with your parents or somebody else, or while you are traveling through the bus. Now we are going to study the basic rules that you have to follow while you are on the road. The first and the very important thing is, do not walk in the middle of the road. This means, children, we should always avoid walking in the middle, because in the middle of the road, vehicles and all, everything is coming. So you should always avoid walking in the middle of the road. You should always move towards your left side. I have written in the last point, children, always walk on the left side. When you are walking, always use the left side and then walk, so that the other vehicles can get their way to move and you quietly move from your left side to avoid the accidents. Okay. Now, do not play or run. Roads are not meant for you to play or run. Wherever the road is running, means wherever the more vehicles are coming and going, you should always avoid playing to that particular road. That road may be near your house also. If you are staying at a place where now and then vehicles are coming and going, please, children, avoid playing there. It is very dangerous. Now, follow the traffic rules. There are I hope you all know about the traffic rules, all the 3 lights and all, everything. One should always follow the traffic rules while moving on the road, because it is very much required for the safety to avoid the accidents. Okay. Hold the hand of your elders while walking on the road. Whenever you are going outside, you don't go alone. You always go with your elders only. So please always hold the hands of your elder, whether it's your mother, father, brother, sister, grandmother, whosoever is with you. Always hold the hand of that particular person and then only move on the road, because it's not safe. You don't know the other vehicles are coming with what speed or not. So it's your safety is in your hand. So you should always follow the safety rules. Now, last thing, use zebra crossing. I hope you have seen, children, white strips made on the road. So whenever you are crossing the road, you always use the zebra crossing to cross the road, and see left, right, front, back. Always you see, and then only you cross the road, and always see the signal, because on big junctions and all, traffic signals always show that when you have to walk, when you have to stop. So you should always follow the traffic signals, traffic rules whenever you are on the road. And one thing, when you are riding your bicycle, first and the very most thing, do not ride the bicycle if you are not trained. Okay, do not ride. When you feel that now I'm trained enough to go to the road, and when at your age, please avoid using the main road. When you will grow up, automatically you will slowly learn how to drive, how to ride your bicycle on the main roads. But still, at your age, avoid using the main roads, avoid using the bicycles until and unless you are trained. Okay. So by this, children, we have finished almost the complete chapter. One thing is left, your traffic symbols. For that traffic symbols, I request you all to please open your books. I will also explain that symbols from the book itself. So let's see from the book. Okay, children, we have finished till bicycle. Now we are going to study such traffic symbols. Okay, let's read from the book. We should always follow the traffic lights or traffic signals. Every child must learn about the traffic lights and road symbols. Children, you should at your early age only, you should learn about the traffic lights and road symbols. Okay, children, traffic light is a set of automatically operated colored lights. In the traffic light, there are three colors: red, yellow and green. These lights are for controlling the traffic at road junctions. Children, I hope you remember the meaning of word junction. I told you, a place where 4 roads meet at a point. At this point, traffic signals are there. In traffic lights, 3 main colors are used: red, yellow and green. Red means to stop. When the light turns red, all the vehicles must stop. It means that when there is a red color in the traffic light, that means that you have to stop. Yellow means to slow down. When the light turns yellow, all the vehicles slow down and prepare to stop. Green means when the light in the traffic is yellow in color, that means that you have to slow down your vehicle and be ready to stop, because soon after yellow the light will become red. Now, green means when the light turns green, all the vehicles must go ahead. When the light turns green in color, then you have to start off moving with your vehicles. Now, children, following are the important road symbols. Why should I use the book? Because just see the symbols on these symbols are very often you can see on the roadside. Just you have to understand the meaning of this. See, children, if we don't see this red color, just see this. This is a U-turn. And if on the U-turn a red color like this is marked there, then this means that no U-turn. I mean, from this side there is no U-turn. This side left turn. So no left turn. No right turn. When in any particular area this symbol is being found, then you will say it means that in that area no trucks are allowed. No trucks. If in any particular area you find any particular road, on a particular road you find this type of symbol, that means there should be no parking. If P is written, that means parking. If P is crossed, that means no parking. Okay. Now let's see the next one, children. The first symbol on this page is a small boy is walking and a cross is there, means no pedestrian traffic. From this area, no children are not allowed. Cycle prohibited, means no cycle zone. In this area, cycles will not go. Horn crossed, means no horn prohibited. In some areas, especially near the hospitals and all, these you will find these symbols where it means that you are not supposed to use horn here. You don't have to every time beep your vehicles there. Okay, no horn area. Now sometimes you find this written 20, 40, 80, 60 also. This means that on this particular road, your speed limit should be only 20. Speed limit should be 40. Speed limit should be 60. Whatever the requirement of that particular road is. First aid post. Okay, this symbol means in this area you can get this particular point. You can get the first aid if anybody in any emergency, somebody meets with an accident. The first aid can be given from the place where this type of symbol is there. Okay, this is the symbol of hospital. Petrol pump, giving order manually. Stop means somewhere when some schools and all are there, this stop symbol is there at the junction, that please just stop, look around and then move. Then pedestrian crossing means this is a place on the road where children can cross the road. Stop ahead means when you will go little ahead, you have to stop. This symbol is used when some construction work is going on the road. Then people used to put this symbol, that this will make you understand that little forward the men are working. So be careful. Left turn ahead. Sometimes it happens that you are moving on a road and you are not able to see a turn. Means a turn can be slightly in a high turn. So there they put the symbol where it is. This means that when you will move little forward, there is a left turn, right turn. Two-way street means the vehicles will go from this side and come back also from this side only. Means coming and going vehicles are on the same road. School zone means in this area school is there. So you should be little careful. Children, you should know the above mentioned road symbol signs. These signs are key to the road safety. Please see the signs. Remember them when you are when you are on the road, and try to find out these signs. Whenever you are on the road, just notice these signs. When you will notice, and then only you will learn. Okay, children, by this your chapter is finished. Now, after seeing the video of the explanation, please note down these cookies first of all in your copies, and afterwards you will write the question answers and all. Okay, thank you, children. As now, children, we have finished with the chapter, and your SST syllabus for half yearly exams is also finished. The only exercises and all are left. I hope you have received the message which I sent in the Google Classroom and WhatsApp both, that I'll be taking 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday extra classes of English literature, English language, literature and SST respectively on each day. Timing would be between 4 to 5. I'll be sending the videos, explaining video and the written work on that during that particular time only. Okay, so that the things your portion and all gets finished nicely. Okay, and exercises of SST I have not done. Now I'll give all the exercises of the chapter on Saturday, then you can write it from there. Okay, if then also you have any doubt related to any of these 3 subjects, you can ask me, or comment section is open on the Google Classroom every time. You can just put a comment, I'll surely answer your comment. Okay, children, thank you.